fame. Let's go.
You are now watching 14A Sports on 15MOFE.com. Hey!
15 minutes of fame. Let's go.
You are now watching 14A Sports on 15MOFE.com. Hey!
Welcome to the 14A Sports Radio Show. Great intro tonight.
Oh, we got to turn our mics on before we start the show.
It's going to be a long one.
Oh,
It's going to be a long one.
This is like radio show number 1.
It is.
Unbelievable.
Jesus. All right. Well, welcome back to the 14A Sports Radio Show on this May of 8, 2013. I got Tom Seaver right. Oh, wait a minute. You're not Tom Seaver. You're Irish Vern.
I'm not Tom Seaver, but I am wearing the throwback Tommy Seaver tonight in honor. We're
I know. We're killing it.
In honor of my boy Matty Harvey, who threw a dominant game last night at Citi Field against the White Sox. Struck out 12, walked none, went 9. Only gave up one infield hit where Ruben Tejada made a good effort on. Went to the hole. Jeter asked with the jump throw. Ike made a good stretch, but the guy beat him by half a step.
You know how I knew he was going to lose that perfect game?
Because he's a Met.
Yeah, come on, man. You looking at my notes over here? Jesus.
We had Johan. But it's going to happen eventually. I mean, this kid's that dominant, man. And we were just talking about it before the show. The only reason to talk about the Mets is when he pitches.
Right.
That's it. The only reason to talk about this is when he pitches, because otherwise they're brutal. But you know what? They're like a different team when he does pitch.
Yeah.
They really are.
I mean, it's like the whole thing when, all the excitement when Johan was there first with the Mets, and, this is what happens with the Mets. You get that new free agent. He's not a free agent in this case. I know he's new though. That's what I'm saying. And, and everybody's really excited about it. Now, the fact that he's producing the way that he's producing right now, it's at a level that, Mets pitchers haven't reached in quite a while.
Yeah, it's different.
Maybe since your boy Tommy.
Well, that's the whole thing. Right-handed, power guy, 6'4", big guy, big body, same kind of drop and drive, delivery. But it's different than it was with Johan. Johan, I know we traded for him, but we basically, signed him to the biggest deal at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of like a rent-a-player. It's different when you bring the guy through your own farm system, and he's homegrown, he's one of yours. And plus, the best part is, well, not for me, I don't care how much they pay him, but for those Wilpons,
Right.
He's not even arbitration eligible for another 3 seasons.
Yeah.
So, he's going to cost nothing. God forbid Zach Wheeler is even close to what Harvey is.
Oh, boy.
Then we could actually build around something. But for now, they still terrible.
And listen, I'm not getting on you. I'm just saying, this is how the Mets go about things. This is what happens, It's New York. It's gonna be
understand
hyped
what
up a
that
little
means.
bit. He's gonna
the best
fall
pitcher
off.
in baseball.
He's gonna fall off at some point. It's not him. It's not him. It's not him at all. And God bless you for having a pitcher like that. And it might not be this year. Could happen next year. He's a New York Met, and that's what happens when you're a New York Met.
Now, how about in '86? How about Doc Gooden? 84, 85.
We're going to a time when we're 2 years old right now. I mean, I'm talking recent history.
Well,
here,
I'm talking about the Mets. That's the Mets,
no,
man.
that's not recent history.
It's about talent. It's not about the Mets.
I was still
It's not
drinking
about
out
the
of
team.
bottles when the Mets won that last World
You're
Series.
sucking on Sue's
No, not at all. I was a bottle guy. My God. That is not good. That is not good.
I don't know. Maybe you breastfed. I don't know.
Mother's Day is this Sunday, if anyone was wondering.
What'd you get your mom? Anything?
I'm probably going to go with the flour
you
and...
didn't get it yet?
No,
Oh.
not yet. Not yet.
You know what? Are you getting them delivered or are you picking them up?
I think I'm going to have to go with the delivery. I don't think I'll be able to make it down there to Freehold this
I'm
weekend.
telling you, that's poor planning. That happened to me either last year, 2 years. No, but they
Do you
charge...
know technology
They
right now?
charge-
It's amazing. I could send flowers. I could order them right now and have them there by 8:30.
Yeah, but you're going to pay for it. That's my point. If you would have, did a little pre-planning, ordered them in advance like a week ago, like yours truly.
How am I getting God? This is how you know it's going to be a great show when you're getting God on your Mother's Day plans right now. And I know,
I'm just trying to save you some money.
And I know Sue's watching right now because she's always watching every show. But listen, something's coming. Something's coming.
The delivery charge, it's no good to.
Why don't you drive it down there for me then? Why don't you drive down there?
No, I'll be with my mom. I think I might go to the racetrack. You know?
Oh yeah, you guys do that.
So I might be down there. Yeah.
All right,
but I'm not dropping no flowers
yeah.
to sue. So.
Speaking of the racetrack, Orb
yeah.
winning the Kentucky Derby this
nice
weekend.
Segue. Nice.
Yeah, we really no plan, but. Listen, Orb wins this thing. I put my money down on the 10-horse, Palace Malice, this weekend, right?
He was the lead horse.
He sure as hell
he
was.
set the pace.
3/4 of the way. I'm all, and actually, Richie, who could not be here tonight.
Oh yeah, we didn't. All right, we'll get into him.
You got me all caught up on Mother's Day in this. I can't even deal with it. So we're playing shorthanded right now to start here. But Richie had some great information. If you were watching the show last week, at the end of our show. He had some.
Who did he have? Did he have Orb?
He didn't have Orb. I think he had
wasn't that great
Gold Sense and Bears. But no, he gave me the information for this horse. He was a mutter. He sure as hell was a mutter. He just his consistency wasn't there at the beginning.
Well, yeah, no, your horse Palace Mouse went up, set the pace, and apparently that first quarter mile he was flying. But that pace horse they don't usually go wire to wire.
Right,
but. Orb, who won, they were at the half a mile, and he was in 15th or 16th place out of 17th. Yeah. He made some move.
He was just chilling. He knew these horses know what they're doing.
Yeah. The little Mexican jockeys.
Yeah. The jockeys this year. There were a couple different ones out there. We had a small black one, and that hasn't happened in 13 years. A black jockey hasn't been in the Kentucky Derby.
Hasn't been in it, but hasn't won in 100 years.
Oh yeah. The numbers are not good. They're not good. And then there was also keeping with that 13 theme, there was a 13-year-old girl that was riding one of the horses.
No.
Yeah.
A 13-year-old girl?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And even if it's not 13, I just said it convincingly like it should be. So
all right,
it's somewhere around.
Well, the race is over now.
We're gonna check this out, and before our special guest Spanky comes on after this first break, we're gonna get that fact check right there.
All right. Well, how about did you watch the Knicks game?
Sure did.
What'd you think?
Oh my God!
You being New York Knicks exclusive insider,
the extraordinaire. Now they're all I think about now that the Nets are gone, but. Amazing run by the Knicks last night.
They go
32 run in the second half last night. You have to come back like that, and I kind of saw that coming too because they just got whipped at home in game one.
They had to win that game.
I just think the way that Boston made that comeback, I think it took a little bit out of the Knicks. Like they had to go that extra gear at the end right there, and they weren't ready for game one. And then Indiana, they're coming off an emotional win on the road in Atlanta. They go right back to New York, so they were all jumped up. And then
I'll be honest, I think all that stuff's overrated.
I don't. I don't.
Well, look at the Bulls.
That's why Vegas makes sports lines.
The Bulls came off that series with the Nets, went to Game 7, won on the road.
Exactly.
And they come back and they throttle the Heat.
Exactly. That's exactly what happened with Indiana going right there.
What? The same thing?
Yeah.
You just said Boston took a lot out of New York.
Right, they did. But
didn't New Jersey
the
take
momentum,
a lot out of Chicago?
I'm just saying, the momentum is there. The momentum.
So you're applying selective momentum.
No. Listen, the Knicks had such a strong start. It was like two different games in that game, okay? When you look at the first half, even into the first three quarters, it was a totally different game.
The first 3 quarters, what happened was Melo got hot. They were down 2 points in the middle of the third. What happened?
They were winning by 27 points, and it was a 4-point game at one point in that game. There's nothing else you could say about that. They were struggling to hold on to that lead. It takes a lot out of you. That's why Vegas.
Wait, who are you
makes
talking? Are you talking about the game last night?
No, I'm talking about Game 6.
Why are we talking about Game 6?
He does that all the time. When he's wrong in an argument, he changes the subject.
I'm not wrong.
You're wrong. You're wrong, man, dude.
No. Here's what it comes down to with the Knicks. Melo, and I know J.R. Smith didn't play with that well.
Oh,
but the
my
Pacers
God.
turned it
He
over.
never plays well.
But Melo has to shoot. Melo shot 50% from the field. He had a game last night, and he didn't have a game until they were down 2 in the middle of the third last night, which I thought we were talking about.
Right.
And Melo got hot,
sorry.
and then he went on a run. And that's how the Knicks win.
So that's not, Melo doesn't pass, and he tries to get himself out of all these shooting slumps that he has, and if he misses 7 in a row, he's going to come back with 7 in a row. He might get 3 of them, but he tries to do that. He doesn't pass.
I thought he started out the game a little bit yesterday, moving the ball around a little bit.
You watch.
He's not a passer, though.
That's true. Sure. But that's the thing.
He's going to shoot.
He just doesn't pass, He doesn't.
But that's not his game. He didn't pass all year. Why should he start now?
Because you're going to be seeing more attention now that it's the playoffs, you know? I mean,
But
could
he's
you
not. He's
imagine?
not getting doubled. He's not.
Before the show, met a couple nice people outside. They wanted to talk about the emergence of Pablo Prugioni going on here these last couple games.
Were they Italians?
No, they're in the studio right now.
Oh, they're not Italian.
No, not.
So what'd you think, Pablo? What did he go like? 4 assists, 4 rebounds, 4 for 4 from the field.
Yeah, I mean he's having really productive numbers. I just think he's changing that tempo that really needs to be there for this team. You know, I looked at the fast break points in that game yesterday too. I think Indiana won it 7-5, but that's all the fast break points that are going on.
Well, that's because the Knicks did a much better job on the boards last night than they did in game
yes,
one. They got hammered on the boards in game one. And, you know.
You got those numbers? Where's those numbers? How they got hammered on the boards?
I don't. In game one?
Oh yeah, what was that? 44-30 on the boards. They got hammered. Yeah, that's and if you watch that game, the stats were never more evident. It was just bad.
And on the offensive boards too, right? The Pacers had a number of offensive boards, some putbacks, but you know what it comes down to for the Knicks? If Carmelo is going to score like he did officially, like he did yesterday. They're gonna be in real good shape. If he doesn't, then that's it. They're not gonna win. That's what it comes down to with them.
I don't like the chances for the Knicks, and we'll get into that in a little bit. Let's get to
so
it.
You don't like the. All right, we'll get into that.
Yeah, we'll get
like
to it. We're gonna get to that in a little bit. I don't want to leave Spanky out of all the NBA talk, but let's get to our first video for the night. These are our boys, Audio Insight. They got a couple live shows coming up here next couple of weeks when we come back after the break.
We're in Asbury, right?
Yeah. What is that? May 24th. That's the one. I mean, for all you non-travelers, you know, if you're not trying to go to like Baltimore, Maryland, or something like that, you know, and you want to just keep in Jersey, I believe so.
Oh, that's a cool place.
Yeah, I think we're gonna go. We're gonna go.
Road trip.
Gotta go. All right. So this is Audio Insight. It's called "Bathed in the Earth." It's a good one. 14A Sports on 15 Minutes of Fame Radio. We'll be right back.
Hot. Let's go.
Oh, welcome back to the 14A Sports Radio Show. All right, and now the special guest of honor is in the building. This is a man who has written many of articles for 14asports.com. He is also an avid bowler. He had a recent 300 game going on. And as you can tell, he's a fan of the Chicago Bulls. Everyone say what's up to Michael McCord.
What's
By everyone,
I was gonna say hello to you.
All right, what's up, man?
What's up, Spank? How's it hanging, baby?
I'm right, Matt. What's going on with you?
This is starting off swell.
So rocky.
Spank, let me ask you: have you ever been a special guest of anyone before?
No, this is my first time.
Oh, so you must be enjoying it, huh?
Well,
Pop the cherry.
I know at SPC, the Peacocks of St. Peter's.
Yes.
You know, you were pretty prevalent in the radio business over there, no?
A little bit, you know. I was always we just started out, so we didn't really have too many people like listening in. You know, maybe I just call my mom and say, "Please listen to me." You know,
kind of like how we do right now.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, but you know, hopefully we grow, we expand. You know, I don't know what they're doing now, but you know, I think I'm hoping it's better. You know, they're university now.
Yeah, you would think so.
University.
I'm just looking at your chest right now, and I want to put my fist through it, you know, because I didn't like what happened in that Game 7 there on Saturday night.
How did you become a Bulls fan? You live in New Jersey.
Got to be Michael Jordan. Got to be Michael Jordan.
Absolutely, it was Michael Jordan made me a Bulls fan. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. You know, I watched Chicago Bulls.
You don't lie on the radio,
Especially not in cyberspace.
No,
don't you dare.
Absolutely not. I don't know. You know what? I was checking out the series against the Knicks. You know, I know what the Knicks had. They had, you know, like Xavier McDaniel. They had Charles Oakley, Charles Smith, Anthony Mason, and those guys. You know what? They were like goons. They were physical players.
They were too
bullies.
rough for you,
They
Spank.
were too rough. It didn't matter because we beat the hell out of them anyway every freaking year. So, but I don't know. It was just
that is true.
It was a team that, you know, I just couldn't get into. You know, but Michael was just. Let's be real. If the shots were just there.
Well,
you know?
what's the matter? What's the matter? Drazen Petrovic and the Nets didn't do it for you either. I mean, what the
You know,
hell?
he actually had a nice shot too. You know,
He
I don't know.
was a tremendous player.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Drazen
now
Petrovic
he's
was a very
dead.
good player.
He was dead a long time ago.
I know.
Yeah,
but,
no,
yeah.
car crash.
Did you ever see, just real quick, did you ever see that Vlade Divac's 30 for 30 with Drazen Petrovic?
I haven't.
We were once brothers.
Really? No, I didn't see
Yeah,
that.
with the Serbia.
It was a sad story.
Yeah,
it really
no.
was.
But, yeah, look into that. It's
Jesus.
Good. All right, so back on track here.
I have a Netflix subscription. I gotta get on that.
Do they have the 30 for 30s?
Yeah, they have all of them. I just haven't seen that one.
Yeah, no, definitely check it out. You enjoy it. Yeah.
Shit.
All right, we're doing it all here on the old 14A Sports.
You know it's funny. At the beginning, 2 segments, rocky as hell, and now we're just rolling with the whole program.
That's that.
All right, so in that
That's what you want to call it.
in that series with the Nets, I mean, it was just an absolute crazy series. I remember, what was it, Game 3? They went to triple overtime.
It was Game 4.
Game 4.
The Nets were up 14 with a couple minutes left.
So
Game 3 was the ugliest game.
I went to the Mets-Phillies game that Saturday. I didn't even get to see any of the game, and I'm just looking on the phone like, when the hell is this thing going to end? How are we not winning by 14? I mean, that had to be the turning point in the series, no?
No, absolutely. I mean, that triple overtime game took a lot. But commend the Mets. I mean, that's
right. How's it, I think that's the point you're going to make. How's that the turning point when the Nets came back and won the next 2?
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but they win that game, then Game 6 is it.
Yeah, but you can't go back and say that. Well, then they definitely would have won that game.
Just saying, it was pretty important.
Well, right now they're
actually a terrible loss.
I question the heart of the Nets. I mean, although you guys won the next 2 games after that triple overtime, I mean, I thought you guys were dead in the water, but and then when I didn't want to see a Game 7, and then when I saw a Game 7,
especially going back to Brooklyn,
I mean, Angela Kilmer, she was telling me, you want to go to Game 7? I'm like, I'm not going to Game 7. Yeah, you might,
But you did go to Game 2.
Yes, I did go to Game 2.
How'd you have a good time?
I had a great time. I knew the Bulls were going to even the series there. They're actually a better away team than they are a home team.
Yeah.
But it was a great series. It's definitely something that I remember. Actually, the series against the Celtics a couple years ago when Rose was a rookie.
Yep.
I mean,
that
there were 4 overtime games in that.
That was a great series.
That was a great series.
That was a real great series.
Well, let me just warn you, Spank. You better steer clear of previous guest Bobby DiCario.
Oh man,
I'm sure he is on the war.
I'd like to see that tussle out back behind the studio. That'd be a good one.
Oh, I'm sure Bobby is not happy.
Bobby, you're ringing you up. All right, so now you guys are in this series with the Miami Heat. That huge win on Monday night.
I was shocked too.
Now,
did you see? Did anyone think the
no,
Bulls were going to win?
no, absolutely not.
I knew the
Absolutely
Miami
not.
Heat would be rusty, but I really thought they were going to pick it up in the second half.
Right.
I mean, when you sweep a game and you're going against the next opponent who's played 7, who's obviously keeps playing, there's still a rhythm going.
Right.
I was actually just shocked. Nate Robinson just came in the last 2 minutes like he usually does. He's having a great postseason, but Stephen Curry, I have to say, he's having a better one.
Did you see they're going to put LeBron on Nate Robinson?
Yeah.
I was watching the first quarter. They didn't really do that.
Seems to be working
They put
tonight.
I know Cole came out from the bench. And he was playing him for a little bit.
Maybe
before I got here.
in crunch time, maybe if it's close.
Maybe if it's close, yeah. LeBron's probably gonna be on Nate Robinson. No doubt about it.
2 years ago, LeBron gave Derrick Rose. He's matched up. Hey, he gave him all he can handle. Man, he locked him down.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he's like LeBron's almost a foot taller than him
and
too.
so much stronger than him. So much bigger and stronger.
Guard speed.
Yeah, you basically LeBron's like 6'8", and then you got Nate Robinson 5'9". You basically got a foot on the guy, and then what do we got going on tonight here? Nate Robinson 8 points, 3 of 8 shooting. Oof. I mean, LeBron 19 points. Obviously, we knew he was going to win that battle
today.
Yeah, he's pissed.
He's very upset. Yes.
Yeah.
You know what? Did you see that poster though? I liked with Joakim Noah with the fire extinguisher.
Yes, I did.
Spraying LeBron.
I hate Noah. I hate him. I hate his face. He looks like he hasn't showered in 16 years.
Oh my God.
I mean, but this guy, he's having a hell of a playoffs, man.
That game 7 against the Nets.
Oh my
man.
God! Some of the shots that he's putting up,
He's
just
playing on 1 foot, guys. He's playing on 1 foot.
Yeah, you know who
Playing
else
fasciitis.
plays on 1 foot? Joe Johnson, and it shows. I mean, he
2
had
for
a
14.
terrible
Thanks for
game
coming.
7.
Yeah,
God,
but he was 2 for 14.
2
Yeah.
for 14 that game.
But
He
I
only makes $90 million. So
yeah,
I guess-
100 million. 100 million.
Talk-
Yeah, it's up there.
talk about Noah a little bit. I mean, he's down low. That force of Noah and Carlos Boozer. Carlos Boozer in that game 6. Now, I know they didn't win, but something that I noticed a lot, he was just taking jump shot after jump shot after jump shot right in the face of Reggie Evans. And he's a Duke guy. We all love Duke here. And, I thought that, if it weren't for Carlos Boozer knocking those shots down, you don't even have a chance in game 6.
Yeah. I mean, Boozer's actually not a bad shooter. I mean, I've seen him around.
Yeah.
He's very strong, always around the perimeter. They were actually trying to move him. I mean, his contract's really big too. So
Dude, come to Brooklyn.
Yeah, I
come
know.
to Brooklyn.
Well,
We'll trade you Humphreys and Wallace had a good game 7, but
Oh, yes, he did.
but
overall, nah,
Just-
not so good.
talking about rosters and salaries, Brooklyn, that's your team, man. They're locked into
Yeah.
their team. Maybe you can move Humphreys as an expiring contract next year. But
Next year, yeah.
You have your core as your core.
You can only tweak, really. You know.
Yeah. Well, you know what's interesting? The Nets traded that Gerald Wallace. They traded their first-round pick.
Right.
You know who that turned into for the Trailblazers?
Well, Damian Lillard, but
Lillard.
that's not who the Nets would have went with. They could have went with what's his face, Harrison Barnes out of UNC. That would have been a conflict of interest for us,
Why?
being Duke fans.
want your
but
teams to be good.
I
Who cares?
understand, but still, it's Harrison Barnes from UNC. But he's having an amazing season with the Golden State Warriors.
State, yes.
Let me see where they're at.
That Golden State series, man.
Oh my God! How did they blow that game one?
I didn't see
How
the
did they
end
blow
of
that
that.
game
I
one?
fell asleep for that. Did either you see?
Yes,
see
I
the
did.
end of that? Yeah.
Oh, the game one. The game you talk about game
Yeah,
one, right?
double
Yeah.
overtime.
I don't know how you leave Manu Ginobili open like that. That was a defensive
Well,
breakdown. I've never
what
seen
happened?
great.
Was, I mean, listen, Greg Popovich. He's been coaching for years. He's
the best coach in basketball.
I don't
won
think he
a
drew that
shitload-
players, but, you know.
No,
After
yeah.
this, let's talk about Thibodeau.
Oh, okay.
All right,
sure.
but yeah, so that play, there was a lot of motion going on, and Jarrett Jack is the one that got confused that left Ginobili open. But if you take a look at that shot too, I mean, there was really good defense on that. That hand was right in his
He
face.
was ice cold too.
And-
Right? He
and-
hadn't made a shot.
And Ginobili in the post game press conference, he says, "I don't know, man. I just threw that shit straight up, and holy shit, it went in." But
Yes.
I mean, the defense on that shot's great. You can't leave him open like that. If he's not open like that, the Warriors are up 1-0 right now.
Well, how about that? Well, it's not that one play. They were up 14 with 2
Yeah,
minutes left.
yeah,
that's
14.
true, yeah.
They gave the game away.
They did.
That's 7 straight possessions of you not scoring and allowing them to score. That, it can't come down to one guy being open on one shot.
Yeah, you're
but
right.
The other thing is Mark Jackson. Obviously very
Mm-hmm.
good player. St. John's
Yes.
legend. Played on a Chris Mullin team. Played on the Knicks for years. Point guard. Those Pacer teams. Played Steph Curry 58 minutes.
Yeah,
58.
that could be a factor.
and I honestly, I didn't see much of that game. I fell asleep, but he was. I was watching the highlights today, and down the stretch, he was front rimming all the shots. That's tired legs.
Yeah, yeah.
And so you wonder if that plays a factor, going forward in the series, tonight.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, San Antonio's a really, they're going to get on you
They're a smart
defensively.
team.
Yes,
They
they are.
really
They're a
are.
smart team.
And then, I mean, they just the guys that they get year after year after year. Like, Dwan Blair was the guy that they got like
Leonard.
a couple years ago. Kawhi Leonard, and then they got Danny Green out of
Yeah.
UNC too. I mean, the guys that they get are just amazing.
The best fundamental team in the league.
Absolutely. And Tony Parker's still doing his thing. That's the only NBA jersey that I own
Duncan's
right
still
now.
doing his
But
thing,
yeah.
too.
Duncan,
Yeah.
he lost 20 pounds.
Yeah,
Duncan had a
we
revival,
didn't even
man.
talk about Duncan yet,
Yeah,
and
no,
that's
it's-
crazy, and that's just what the Spurs do.
Absolutely.
But yeah, and Curry
You
last
think the
game,
Spurs have a shot?
absolutely,
at the title?
absolutely.
I don't think so. I don't. If
Nah.
they make it to the finals, the Heat are going to kill them.
We saw- we-
I know.
You think the Heat'll kill them?
Absolutely. I think they'll win.
No,
six.
not no,
I-
no way,
You think
no way.
Well, winning 6
Listen,
not kill 'em.
you saw
No,
what
you're
Chicago, you saw what your own team did to the Heat last night. Lots of
Absolutely.
defense, lots of stifling in your face type
And
of
the
play.
Heat are up 14
and
right
that,
now.
and that's
But you weren't
and
going
that's
to
all
win
about-
this game.
Yeah,
You weren't-
you're
you
lucky
weren't
to
gonna
be
win
walking out of that. You're lucky to be walking out here with another win in the
With a
series.
split,
You
yeah.
better take that game, want to get out of there. Before we got to the break, we were talking about the Knicks and the Pacers. I don't like the Knicks' chances in the rest of this series right now.
Why?
We saw game one. The out-rebounded 44-30, okay? Now, I know you don't like putting all that emotional aspect in the games and series and like that, but it happens, that's what happens. You have 2 emotional wins like that where you get a game 7 and then you get a game 1. And then, game 2, you kind of come out flat, and that's fine. Now they're going back to Indiana 1-1. And I got to tell you, I love their chances in this.
When you listen to the media around New York, and of course they're always thinking they're already talking
course.
Knicks Heat in the Eastern
Yes,
Conference,
yes,
and the
that's
Pacers are
bananas.
no pushovers.
Yeah.
I don't
Right,
understand
yeah.
that. And in fact, the Pacers last year were up 2-1 on the Miami Heat at one point. They want the Heat.
And I'll
You know
give
what I'm saying? They want to play
I'll
them.
give you a stat from last night, too. The Knicks, they demolished the Pacers last night, but they only out-rebounded them by 2 or 3.
Yeah.
The rebounding differential wasn't much at all.
Yeah, those stats are a little skewed. The fourth quarter was basically meaningless.
Right.
The last 10 minutes or so of that game, the game was out of reach. When it comes down to the Knicks, Spank, agree, disagree, and I said this earlier.
Yeah.
It comes down to Carmelo and J.R. Smith.
Absolutely.
If
I agree.
Carmelo,
Oh, that's-
Carmelo's
I agree.
obviously the best player on the court. The Knicks, I think, when Carmelo shoots like that, have more talent. If Carmelo scores efficiently like he does, they're going to win the series.
I mean,
if he doesn't, then they're not.
You know, fans are fickle. You know, if Anthony has isn't shooting, why doesn't he pass the ball?
Right,
Well, who's
right.
going to shoot the ball? Then?
You know what?
You
You're
know what I
absolutely
mean?
right.
Who's going to shoot?
Carmelo doesn't pass. You're absolutely
Well,
who
J.R.
do you
Smith.
want
J.R.
to
Smith
pass
is
to?
shooting like 25% right now. Last time I checked, he already just
Spec-
built a condo right by my house. J.R. Smith.
I completely agree with you. Right, fans are fickle. When he shoots, 15.
Let him keep shooting. Oh, he
15
can't miss.
for
Pass the
35.
ball. What are
Yeah.
you doing?
Well,
You're 100% right.
No, he's a combined 7 of 30 so far in the first 2 games of this series.
The Knicks
I
will be
mean,
where they are
J.R.
without
Smith.
Carmelo
J.R. Smith,
Anthony.
yeah.
No, well, we're talking about Carmelo.
Yes.
Way to be a step behind again.
I'm sorry, I'm on the stats right now. I'm getting that.
Yeah, no.
Well, let's not. Don't let me interrupt you.
Stoudemire's going to show for Game 3.
Oh,
Apparently, so.
don't bring that
they
douchebag
can't
up on
get
this
him.
show ever again. Don't you dare.
They can't get him involved. Right?
Well, he'll probably come off the bench for like 20 minutes or so.
But then you're taking away minutes from Kenya Martin.
Do we forget how? I know he's got bad knees, but do we forget how what Amari Stoudemire was doing with Raymond Felton before the Carmelo trade?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
but
They were saying
but that's
MVP.
irrelevant.
You know?
But
Yeah, that's true.
That's 2 years ago.
You know what else?
Actually,
He can't do
how
nothing
about-
defensively.
Hold on. How about come back when he came back this year, right? Off his injury.
Absolutely.
It took him 6 or 7 games to be efficient offensively.
All right, understandable.
Once he got into the rhythm, he got into playing shape. Then he wasn't bad offensively.
I'm not
you
denying-
can't throw him in the middle of a playoff series and ask him to do anything.
Well, he's coming off the
That's
bench,
Absolutely not.
but he's not going to get a lot of minutes.
Absolutely
you know?
not.
If
So
it's
why
not
even
working,
bother?
you call timeout. You say substitution. Then you see how it goes from there.
I
It's
don't
going to be a
know.
great series. This series will go 7 games.
Oh, you think so?
Absolutely, it's
Look
going
at
to go 7 games.
I don't think so.
I think
6 at most.
I got 7.
Indiana's gonna whoop them these next 2 games.
Well, we'll see.
Whip them.
If New York split, I think New York's going to win
New
one.
York's
in
going to
Indiana,
split.
coming
I
back
agree.
to New
They're
York.
gonna
I
split.
don't
Have a
think
split.
so.
They're going to get a split.
I don't think so. We're gonna make a
You
wager
know what
about
helps?
that.
I think what helps the Knicks a lot, an old team, they don't play until Saturday. They're
Right.
on Tuesday to Saturday. Carmelo has a bad shoulder. You got a lot of old legs.
That will
on
help out
team.
Carmelo, though.
I think that's
If you're a Knicks fan, you want that.
The one thing that I look about with the Knicks, okay, they don't have guys that give you those assists, okay. The high for the Knicks in assists in this whole series so far has been 6. That was game 1, but they're just traditionally a team that doesn't pass the ball. You
But
know,
they
you
haven't
got a lot
done
of
that
standstill
all
kind of
year.
players.
And they're
ISO. That's the Knicks game
But
plan.
Listen,
but here's the
Indiana
problem.
can square up with these guys. They can square up with them.
No one on Indiana can guard Melo.
Oh, really?
No.
Let's take a look at their roster because I think there's a ton of people.
Who?
David West.
Well, where was he yesterday?
Paul George.
Where were they yesterday?
As much as I
He
hate
shot
hands,
50. It's not that they're guarding him.
I
If
don't
Carmelo
know.
shots fall, no one can guard him. It doesn't matter who's on their team. His shot has to fall. That's what it comes down to.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think there's just too many stupid players on the Knicks, and
do you mean by stupid
India.
players?
The shots they take, the shit that they do. They're not a smart
J.R.
team.
Smith. That's who you're talking about.
He's it happens. Felton's got his games where he
JR's
doesn't
not
do
having a
that.
great postseason, by the way.
But
so.
he has not had a great postseason at all. Besides those first couple Celtics games, but you know what?
You throw an elbow, you're shooting crap. It's
when
crazy.
you talk about the Knicks offense and they isolate and they do a ton of isolation, but there's different types of isolation. When Melo got the ball yesterday, when he started getting hot, right? He didn't stand around and dribble, for 12 seconds and then make a move. He got the ball within 2 seconds. He was either going to the basket or he was taking a shot. When he isolates and makes a decision quickly, they're a much better team, much better. When he stands around and dribbles for 8 seconds and then tries to get to the offense, I agree with you.
I understand that too, but what I'm trying to say is that Indiana has the bodies to roll with the Knicks. Okay, they are in no way they're lesser in manpower. Like you look, all right, Tyson Chandler.
But they don't have the offensive skill that they do.
Tell me Tyson Chandler should be scoring more than 10 points, right?
He doesn't. That's
He
not what
should.
he does.
But
He's
he
an offensive
should.
player. Yeah.
He
That's
should.
not what he does.
He should.
He blocks shots and gets
He's
boards.
had
That's Tyson Chandler's
years
game.
when he won the finals with the Dallas Mavericks. He was unbelievable. You watch these games right now. He's a
All
little,
Tyson
he's a
Chandler
little
does
girl.
is
He's a little girl
dunk the
compared
ball
to the
off
Indiana
lobs.
Pacers.
catches
offensive
lobs, or he
That's
just
it.
puts it back up.
That's his
about it.
offensive
He's
work
not doing
repertoire.
anything. He's not doing anything. 3 rebounds in game 1, 4 in game
I don't
2.
think he's
Are
not-
you kidding me?
That's inexcusable.
Are you
I don't
kidding
think
me?
Roy
Roy
Herbert's
Herbert's
owning
but I
him.
agree with that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. They won game 2. If Carmelo shoots, they win. That's what it comes down to.
Just-
Terrell shot 50% almost.
I think you can't take a full barometer of game 2 because It's just Indiana had that emotional win in Game 6 at Atlanta, and then had this emotional win at Game 1. I'm telling you, it's a fucking long season.
You're very emotional.
Yeah, I just dropped the F.
He's more emotional than a
the
chick, bro.
F-bomb.
All he talks about
I
is
said fuck.
emotions
I said fuck.
and feelings. Get out of town.
It's not feelings. It's nothing. All right, let's get to a video break real quick. When we get back, we're going to get back into some more NBA player talk and
Maybe
also MLB.
MLB, maybe Kuiper's big board.
Ooh, I think we're going to do that after the Coles News
All right.
Network. That's where the football's at. NHL? No? Anyone?
No, thank you.
All right.
I like the Islanders though, pushing Pittsburgh.
They
I
are.
like that, too.
They are.
I hate Pittsburgh.
All right, let's get to Cat Delilah video. This one's called Gangsta. And this is 14A Sports on 15 Minutes Fame Radio. We'll be right back.
Let's go.
Welcome back to the 14A Sports Radio Show. All right, so we're going to get into a little bit of MLB action right now.
Major League.
My boy Halliday had his press conference today.
How about wait?
Wham.
How about all right? So tell us what happened first.
So basically, it's not a good day in Philadelphia right now. Halliday's going to be
Are
out.
there any good days in
That's what I was
Philadelphia?
going to say the same
Of course
thing.
there are. Are you kidding me? How
I just want to take something to say hi, Keith McCord.
If you lived there.
How about 2008 when they got a World Series?
Wait, and they had huge riots?
I know.
That was great.
They raised
Where
they raised
one
the
guy,
trophy.
where one guy actually, I think, dumped a beer on a kid with a Tampa Bay Ray hat.
Oh, no,
Yeah, that was
he
great.
threw up on
Yeah.
a little girl.
Yeah, she shouldn't have been sitting there. You know, That's-
Actually,
you know?
no. From the
Oh,
2008 when the Phillies won, there was a kid standing up
Oh,
on
yeah.
a light pole.
Yeah,
Somebody
that was
threw
great.
a liquor bottle
Oh, no.
and cracked him in the head.
But not a
And
kid.
knocked him
No,
off the
not a
light
kid. He was
pole.
like he was like a college
Whatever,
student.
you know what I mean.
The way you implied it
Philadelphia,
though.
they put the ass
the way
in
you
class.
implied it though, like a 6-year-old magical gymnast climbed.
The throw-up guy, that little was a little girl.
That was a little girl.
And then
yeah.
the father was like a trooper or something and
That-
whacked the shit out
The
of
kid,
him.
the kid that threw up on the girl was from Jersey.
Yeah, well, typically he was a Philly fan.
Yeah, typical.
Just like you.
Whatever. Yeah, so Halliday has the press conference today. Basically, what's going on? The news could be a little exaggerated. I don't think he's done for a career. I know we've been talking about this. You think that he's done? We'll get to that. He's got a partial rotator cuff tear. A little bit of fraying in the labrum, some bone spurs in the shoulder.
He's not going to be the same picture.
The timetable for this is like 3 months. So
Crazy. Crazy.
At best, we're looking at Halliday back sometime in August, definitely by
No
the end of
shot.
the All-Star break. But
Well, how
shot.
old is he anyway? It's like he's in
it's
his
going to
30s,
be
right?
34. I
Yeah,
believe,
he's not
somewhere-
going to be that
somewhere
same
around
pitcher
there.
that he's going to be coming
Once-
off that
Nah,
injury.
he might be a little younger.
Listen,
I'm looking
if
it
you
up.
have Tommy John and they work on the elbow, you come back, you actually could throw. You wind up throwing
Stronger,
harder.
like
Yeah.
better velocity.
Yeah, you could throw harder. When they open up the when they go to the shoulder, your career's over. It's over. That's a wrap. No one comes back from the shoulder. He's done. If you think he's not, you're crazy.
Well-
Look at Johan came back. Now, he had what? Johan maybe had 10 good starts to the beginning of last
That
year.
no-hitter
Right.
ended everything
that was
for
it.
him.
And then that was it. Halliday, for all intents and purposes, is done. Now, if he comes back, can he be maybe a fifth starter? A barely major league pitcher? Probably, maybe, but probably not. I don't
Fourth or
think. I
fifth,
think he's
yeah.
done. He's done. He's
No,
done.
I disagree with this.
His career's over.
I disagree.
Once they go into the shoulder, it's a wrap, brother.
Listen, with Halliday's huge money contract, he's got access to Dr. James Andrews.
That has nothing to do
This-
with anything. They all have access
this
to
is-
him.
this
It
is-
has nothing to do with
This is the
his
dream.
contract.
This is the dream
That's
that
a ridiculous
this
statement.
this is the dream that I had last night.
All right, hold on.
Dr. Halliday went to Dr. James Andrews, and he magically healed it, and he was back by August. And listen, and that's the best scenario that we're looking at here. Okay, if he comes back next season, okay, it might not even be as a Philly, so we can get rid of that money.
Who is taking Halliday?
Yeah. Ooh.
Listen, he's a free agent next season.
Oh, all right. Then,
Yeah.
All right, then so
Somebody,
wait.
somebody.
So
can
you don't.
Who's
After, so he's after this 2000.
Yes, he's a free agent.
Oh,
Free
really?
agent. Yeah. So, and that's another interesting point
Well,
too
then
to
just
make
let him
it.
go.
Yeah.
He's gone.
Well, yeah.
All right.
That's an interesting point to make about that. I mean, does anybody? I don't think anybody's gonna make a huge contract bet at this if he doesn't pitch again by the time this season is over.
There's no shot he's going to pitch again this season. None.
There is.
I don't think
There
so.
isn't.
There is. If the Phillies are in the race and he comes back,
Well, first of all,
by
that's not going to
mid-August-
happen either.
Whoa!
They're not.
Listen, buddy. I don't know what I gotta figure out what happened here today. Hold on. We lost. All right, we lost in San Fran today, but whatever.
See, you're not gonna be in the race.
we took 2 and 3. I wasn't able to watch the end of that game, but they were down 3-1 in the ninth, and they came back. Listen,
you lost.
Something I want to point out here for the Phillies too. Kyle Kendrick is having an amazing season for the Phillies right now, and I think that a lot of Doc Halliday's expertise has pawned off to him, so he could be like a Doc Halliday Jr. Maybe at best.
Doc Halliday is a Hall of Fame pitcher. You don't compare him to Kyle Kendrick.
What a reach!
That's an insult. You're insulting
That is
the Doc.
not. That is not. Listen, Holiday is 35. Holiday is 35. He's 35. Okay, Kendrick is
He's a
way
Hall
younger
of
than-
Famer.
Okay, but Kyle Kendrick's career is not done yet.
He's done.
Do you remember Halliday when he first came up? He was not Roy Halladay. He had a nice little
He's
span of
He's
years.
not Roy Halladay when he comes back from his injury, if he comes back from his injury.
right.
So he's going to be a normal.
Just saying, Kyle
pitcher.
Kendrick is having a 6. He's 5-2 right now.
You have
starting the season.
freaking Philly-colored glasses.
He had
on,
a
my
great
friend.
season last year.
Oh man.
So what?
It's Kyle Kendrick. Listen, listen. This is one of the guys that have come up through the Philly system, and I'm happy for him.
We're happy you're happy.
Oh yeah. All right, so fine. We'll get to some local baseball. So the Mets. We were talking about Harvey before. He's having an amazing season. I like how you guys got to Kimbrel on Friday night. That was nice.
Yeah,
finally.
Kimbrel got hit again.
And he
last night
did,
by the
yes.
Reds.
So
Yeah.
did the Mets start this?
Oh, the
I hope
Magic's
so.
leaving.
That's nice.
No,
That's
you know
nice.
what? Kimbrel had a year for the ages last year. You can't repeat that. You can't. And with bullpens in general, that's why we talked about Mariano Rivera last week. His consistency, what he's done, is unbelievable because that doesn't happen in bullpens.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
There's such a variance from year to year in bullpens. Now, we're talking about the Mets.
Yes.
There's been no variance. They've been terrible.
Absolutely.
They've been the Met bullpen has been terrible since 2007. 2008, I guess they were all right. But 2007, actually 2006, when they had Howman.
Yes.
Who gave up the freaking home run to Molina.
Yeah.
But then they had a pretty good bullpen. Since then, they've been horrible. They really have. I think that's one big knock on Sandy, and I like Sandy a lot. I think he's done a nice job so far. But the bullpen he's put together has just been awful.
Brutal. The last 2 years, he just can't get it right. Bullpen going. It's brutal. He's been dead wrong with it. Although with bullpens, I think in Major League Baseball, there really are hit or miss.
Yep.
I agree, but he's missed
badly.
badly.
It's true. He's swinging at the high ones right here with that bullpen,
Yeah, for
man.
real. Yeah, they've been terrible. And you know what? Josh Edgin, I just heard on the radio driving over, he's getting whacked around in AAA, so he's done.
He's done, yeah.
I thought he might be a lefty we could count on. He's terrible.
Speaking of AAA, I got to mention the Wheeler thing.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
I was just gonna say
I figure that.
that.
He has like a 5 or 6 ERA. He's blaming the dry air in Vegas.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he kind of mentioned something about it, and it kind of ticked me off.
Actually, if you follow, his last 2 starts, he's been dominant. He's been absolutely dominant his last 2 starts. So look at it as a whole. But what happened was they went back and they pulled some video of him a couple years ago, and they noticed a mechanical flaw. He had his front shoulder turned too much. He was picking up the plate too late because his problems were based on his control. He wasn't controlling the strike zone at all.
Right.
He was walking too many guys. They made a mechanical adjustment. They didn't have him turn his shoulder in. They kept it, straight a little bit more. And his last 2 starts has been dominant. Listen, Wheeler's the goods, man.
Yeah.
I think he better be.
Can I cut in and get some breaking news right now?
Sure.
The score.
That was the stupidest introduction to breaking news I've ever heard.
The score in the Miami Chicago Bulls game.
God.
And it just went down. It was worse. It's 76.
No. It's
75-47 right now. Did I tell you they were angry? You didn't want to watch this game, Spanky. You didn't want to. He's done.
leaving.
He's done. Oh no, he's back. Oh no, he's back.
Such a disgrace.
Yeah, but what did I tell you? Didn't I tell you?
I was
said
kind of hoping they
angry.
put up a better fight than this, man.
Why?
Oh,
You know what? Why? Actually, this is better for you. You have a hobbled team,
Yep.
so this game's over. Just put them on the bench and get ready to go.
I agree.
Chicago.
I agree.
Yes,
You
sir.
were not taking 2 from them. It wasn't happening.
That's why we got this guy on the show.
I was thinking
the
that too,
only
but I wanted to be
college
optimistic.
graduate ever on the 14 Day Sports Radio show.
Ever?
Maybe.
Miss Kelly graduated.
Patty Boy.
Patty Boy.
Yeah, but they were all on the college program.
Oh, man.
I was on my own college program.
Well, let's go back to the Mets. Anyway, no.
Oh yeah, you graduated too.
I did.
Shit.
I did graduate.
Shit.
It's
So
okay.
you're the only one that has.
Me, Rich, and
Well,
Coles.
you're the one hosting a radio show.
Me,
so,
Rich, and Coles. I think I'm in the lead.
Well, you're racing against horses with 3 legs.
It's not a fair fight.
It's not.
Oh, that's not nice.
Oh man.
All right, so what are we talking about?
I think we were talking about Wheeler, how he needs to be the goods.
Wheeler's
actually.
the goods, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, they need to find somebody in the outfield that can actually hit the baseball.
They need an outfielder, too, defensively. Oh, my God. Cal Gill.
Well, he's done.
I know, he is done.
Oh, you mean the opening day All-Star? The opening day MVP?
That's gonna be
that Colin
That's
Cowgill?
going to be his
Thanks for
career
coming.
highlight.
Yeah.
You know what? God
Thanks.
bless, though. He hit,
I was there. He had a great game.
Did you go?
Yes, I did. And I was like, oh, maybe he found something.
Yeah.
No,
You know what
I
he probably did? He probably went to McFadden's after the game, had the time of his life, and now he can't find his swing back.
I know.
Did you go to McFadden's after it?
I did not go to McFadden's after it, no.
You did?
Shit.
What? Dude, you got to go. McFadden's is awesome.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
girls on a bar dancing and stuff. It's unbelievable. Yeah. It was like, we'll be right in there, Spank.
All right, next time I
Gotta
go.
mix it up.
Let's go. Hell
I'm
yeah.
in.
All right. Let's.
You know what? I was actually just looking at the schedule. I think Harvey pitches on Saturday against Pittsburgh. I think I might go.
All right.
Cool.
Not going to see a lot of offense that game.
No, you're not.
Yeah, McCutcheon's on my fantasy team. He's been brutal.
Oh,
He was-
boy.
he was
Josh,
due for a
Josh
bad year.
Hamilton, too. Why is he due for a bad year? He's like 24.
Because McCutcheon's been. I've noticed in fantasy or anything, you actually do have a bad year. And even Derek Jeter had a bad year. I think McCutcheon's just having. Maybe he turns it up.
Not in the pimp game.
Well, but you know,
Man, strong.
he's a great defensive player too. McCutcheon. You know, he'll find his bat though. You
I
know?
agree. It's early.
Well, the MLB show. the MLB show,
Oh,
Chris?
yes,
Is that what
the
it is?
show, the coverage.
That's a hilarious commercial
Yeah,
where
those
they,
are-
where they make the cake with him with the dreads. That's good.
Yeah, I remember.
That's a good one.
Anytime you get involved, cakes and dreads.
How about J.A. Happ last night?
Oh, that's scary,
Gets
man.
rocked in the
That's
friggin'
scary.
side of the head with
That's
the line
very-
drive.
What did Dickie say?
R.A. Dickey was there. He said it sounded like 2 bats hit each other.
By the way, that was Alderson's great move too. By the way, getting rid of him.
Yeah.
He's been
It
horrible.
wasn't great what he did. It was great what he got.
Yes, true.
You know,
Yeah.
it was great what he got. He got, the best catcher prospect in baseball who needs to stay healthy. I know he fouled the ball off his foot.
I don't know. You're going to get rid of stick Joe Buck in
No, you
right field?
You trade him. Or, you know what?
First
Maybe
base.
you put him at first.
Yeah.
Ike Davis has been brutal.
Yeah.
It's been brutal.
Yeah, the Mets Nation is not too happy with Ike Davis.
He did
No.
the same thing last year, but last year I thought he had.
He turned it on. He had a great month. What was it, June or July? Ike
Well,
Davis.
it's
Oh.
great second half. After the All-Star break, he had like 20 home runs.
Yeah.
And, he wound up with like 30
32,
and 90.
32, yeah, 32 and 90,
Yeah.
which isn't bad, you know.
No, with his glove, I'll take that every time. But you can't start seasons hitting, $150 every year. That's insane. Actually, he was up in a big spot over the weekend, and Collins, there was a lefty on a bump, and Collins went to Justin Turner. He didn't let Ike hit the situation.
Wow.
So,
Oh, yeah.
they're losing confidence in him fast.
That
Yes,
ain't good.
that's
That
not
ain't
good.
good. Speaking of baseball, next week on the show, we're gonna have
nice.
the manager of the New York Bears on the show.
Nice.
It's gonna be good. We're gonna have a lot of good questions.
Yeah, Ricky
We
Henderson.
are?
Ricky Henderson played on that team, didn't he?
We got to
did.
look at the roster now. Is Armando Benitez still on that team?
I don't think so.
You know what? Vlad Guerrero might be on the team.
No.
He might be on the North. We should get him in here. He'd be the
Vlad
best interview 'cause
Guerrero?
He barely speaks English.
Wait a minute.
Come on.
No, or Long Island Ducks. Maybe he plays on. He plays on one of those.
I tell you what, Carlos Zambrano actually just signed with. He just signed with
With who, the Bears?
the Long Island Ducks.
Oh, the Long Island Ducks.
Gary Templeton, we're gonna have him on the show next week. We're
Is
gonna.
that who the
Yeah.
the
Oh
former
yeah,
Met?
yeah, absolutely,
Oh,
yeah.
I remember.
I wanted Gary in studio.
He
I
had a
really
ro-
did.
he had a
I
rocket
remember.
for an
I
arm.
remember his first. I only met Gary
He's
once.
a middle infielder, right?
Yeah, but I think corner maybe. Well, we'll get down to it. I haven't done the research on it. But you
I-
know what I said? I met him when I'm going to be interning with the Bears this summer. So what I told him when I saw him, I was like, "Oh man, Templeton, you were in Ken Griffey Jr. baseball,
How did he take to that?
And all the grounds crew guys were like, "Oh yeah, he was." I was like, "Yeah, hell yeah." He's like, "It's great." He's like, "Baseball game? I was never in no baseball game."
Oh man.
It's good. It's good. We're gonna get into that. But yeah, Gary Templeton on the show next
Yeah,
week.
you didn't tell me that. That's who it was. That's awesome.
It was a surprise. I was waiting for the show.
Surprise!
Yeah. So
Nice. I'm pumped now. I'm looking forward to that.
yeah, Richie also knows a guy too that is a minor league teammate with Robbie Cano.
Right.
Guy actually like punched somebody out. We
Who,
might
the
have
guy or Robbie Cano?
the guy
Oh, yeah?
the guy Juan Bond. He's actually got a Tampa cell phone number too. It's cool. We could bond on that too. But
You want to bond with the guy?
maybe
It's kind of weird.
depends. It depends. But he's driving in those trucks. You know, it
Yeah.
depends. But yeah, it might be minor league baseball week next week here at 14A Sports. You know, opening day for the New York Bears too is May 17th. 7:00 game.
You gonna be out working the grounds crew?
I don't think I'm working grounds crew. I think I'm going with the office.
You're more
I
of
hope
an
I
office
can.
guy.
I hope they have
Suit
room.
and tie guy.
I hope they still got room for me. You know. I hope it's you know.
Yeah. Well, let's go back to J.A. Happ because we kind of like
Why?
mentioned that. Why not?
What do you want to talk about?
Because you know what? How many line drives to the head have we seen in the past couple months?
Well, what do you propose they do about it?
They might just make a helmet for the pitchers and stuff like that.
You can't be pitching with a helmet.
That's not
You
gonna
can't be pitching with a helmet.
I don't know what to tell
What
you.
they got going? They want to put a little Kevlar in.
That's
those
what I
hats,
heard, yeah.
You know, and
You know what? That's not a bad idea.
yeah, you know, with the Kevlar, they use that in military equipment.
It's the
Some of the
bulletproof vest.
some of the NFL gear,
That's
cops,
not a bad-
all that kind
you know
of
what?
stuff.
They can't wear a helmet. You're right, but that's not
Yeah.
a bad idea.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it weighs 5 ounces. It'll fit right there in the hat. It'll protect you from something. It'll be better than,
Absolutely.
than one
yeah.
of these guys, you know?
won't be as bad of a hit.
Well, they
you know?
changed. If you remember, speaking of the minor leagues, a minor league first base coach got hit by a line drive, and now
Died.
he died, and now all the the first and third base coaches have to wear those John Elroy helmets.
I think like there was this span of time where 2 coaches down the line, like one at first base and one at third base, and you know they got rocked by line drives.
I remember
there.
the one guy. I think it was in like Savannah League or somewhere down south, and that's what was the impetus for the rest of the coaches wearing those helmets. But yeah, I mean, the Kevlar sounds like a pretty decent idea.
Yeah, I mean, why not try it? You know,
Yeah.
They said they're gonna probably work with it in the minor leagues this year, and then
Check it out.
see where it goes from there. You know, I mean, 5 ounces in your head could possibly save your life. I mean, we had a guy last year got hit in the head. I forgot the pitcher that got hit.
There was a few of them, and that's the scary thing about this situation. You know,
You know, I mean, you're right there, proximity to these. You know, who knows if these guys are taking deer antler spray or not? But I mean, you know, these are seeds coming right back at your face. All right,
Speaking of deer, let's play real quick. Get to the Yankees. Interesting. The Yankees have about $80 or $90 million in payroll down in Tampa rehabbing. They got
and they're still the highest paid team in the
Check
league.
this out. No, for real. Check this out. They got Jeter. Well, Jeter's not there yet, but he's on his way. They got Jeter, A-Rod, Teixeira, Granderson, Euclid, Cervelli, Ivan Nova.
again. Wow.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Uh,
Michael Pineda, who they traded Montero for.
Yeah.
Yeah, is he ever going to pitch for the Yanks?
Well, he had Tommy John.
Yeah.
He's out.
Is he ever going to pitch? Is he ready?
Actually,
I'm thinking
they
late
said
in the
by
season,
break.
probably.
He's on that Derrick Rose. He's on that Derrick Rose
Oh,
rehab.
here we go.
Well, while we're there, let's get to that.
What do you think
Let's
of
get
Derrick
to that.
My personal opinion, I gotta be honest with you, I'm all for it because if you actually
You're all
put,
for what?
I'm all for him like just sitting out waiting,
Okay.
you know, because
Yeah,
at
I
the
don't
same
mind
time, well, I don't want him jumping in because basketball's a chemistry game, as we all know, and if you're going to change a whole game plan that you really haven't really practiced on, they haven't had a flow in the game. You know, we're in the second round of the playoffs. We're playing the Miami Heat. They're
Yeah.
supposed to beat us. I don't know why. I mean, maybe we have a shot. Maybe maybe with Rose.
Take that element out of it. Take
Okay.
away the chemistry element. How about him just not playing? You know what I mean? Does that bother you? As a fan?
You know, here's when he got cleared during the regular season.
Right.
It bothered me. At this point now, I'm actually feeling a little better about it. I can maybe because of the fact that we're now in the playoffs. He's not going to do us any good now. You know what I'm saying? I just think maybe he has a shot if he comes back in the regular season, gets that chemistry back with the team, and then maybe we go farther and deeper into the playoffs. But you know what? You gotta have to credit Tom Thibodeau in this one. Tom Thibodeau is gonna be a lifer for the Bulls. He is just a defensive genius. He has everyone going for loose balls. He likes to bang you up if you're coming inside.
Yeah.
He'll leave one person open because he knows you're not that effective. You know, he does take which is a gamble. Like Joe Wallace is wide open.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
and that, that actually worked. But Thibodeau is going to be, you know what? I wish he was the coach of the year instead of George Call.
He came in 8th, Thibodeau.
That was nuts.
terrible.
That's crazy.
That was
Yeah,
a
that's
terrible-
because he's
yeah.
that mob boss kind of looking guy.
But
Everyone-
Thibodeau was
He's scarier than anyone on the Bulls. I wouldn't want to.
Actually, he should be the
Thibodeau.
best coach every year.
Yeah.
he was that 2008 Celtic championship team. He was the defensive coach.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was the
Oh,
guy.
shit.
Yeah, he was the guy on the bench with Doc. Doc
Yeah.
kind of
I
ran
didn't
the
even know
offense.
that. Wow.
He ran the defense.
If
yeah.
someone ran it by D'Antoni, do you want him to be as a coach?
Kerr-
No.
Kerr
Shocker.
Kerr wanted D'Antoni to hire Thibodeau for his defensive staff on a staff to run the defense. And he said no, and that's why D'Antoni got bounced.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah, no, D'Antoni Kerr.
Thibodeau could coach circles around D'Antoni.
Oh, absolutely. Oh.
Now this is a point that I've brought up I've written a lot of articles and I've talked about it many times on the show where I've said that Amon Shumpert has been back and he actually tore his ACL and his meniscus.
Well, right.
Hours after Derrick Rose did. Now Shumpert's been back since January 15th.
Now he's starting to play.
And now you're starting to see in that dunk last night. Holy shit!
No,
that was ridiculous.
That was.
Now, does that upset you seeing the level that he's at now that it's the playoffs, or is it just this season with the roster?
I think this is the front office's reason, and I don't know if people will agree with me or not, but Iman Shumpert is not the New York Knicks franchise.
Right.
Derrick Rose is the Chicago Bulls franchise.
Right.
That's the only explanation I can give you on that.
Well, here's the other thing too. You can't if Derrick Rose doesn't want to play, if he doesn't think can play. Don't put him out there because if he's going to play, 90% or 70%, mentally, speed wise, if he's not going to, if he's hesitant at all, he's just going to get hurt again. You can't play like that.
There was a story. I think his name was J.T. Richard.
I think right now it's as much mental as it is physical, and if he's not there. You can't get inside someone's head. You can't get inside someone's body. You don't know how he's feeling. So I think it's very difficult. You could be upset that he's not playing, but I think it's difficult to get mad at him for not playing. You don't know how hurt he really is.
There was an athlete named J.P. Richard or something like that. I don't know if you know this story. I forgot what sport he played. But they were actually, the media was telling him he's dogging it. I forgot what he had. But the thing was, he wasn't coming back for a while. He wasn't coming back. And they're like, he's dogging it. He doesn't want to play. He's scared. Yada, yada. He comes back in, dies of a stroke. You know what I'm saying? So, you don't know. See, if Derrick Rose, for me, if he comes back, I don't need him hurting his ACL again because that's his career right there. That's a bunch of money down the drain. And now the Chicago Bulls franchise will have a step back.
Gilbert Arenas, who was on the Wizard, he had that one great year. Agent Zero, signed a huge deal. Tore his ACL, tore his meniscus.
And then came guns a-blazing.
No, but he tore it, right? He got pressured, similar, came back too soon. Tore it again, and it happened a second time. He's never been the same player. You can't rush him back. If he's not ready to come back, he can't.
Exactly. So, well, I'm sure that Derrick Rose will be there next season. At the start. So
he's not there.
I'm sure he's gonna play preseason too.
then we're gonna have some issues.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Getting to a break. How about after the Coles News Network? We were gonna play that game. Rapid Fire Rotunda. So you against Mully in the first installment of this?
I guess so.
I can't wait. All right, everybody, at the Coles News Network, Rapid Fire Rotunda. I don't know. It just came out of me. It just came out of me.
And Walsh will also define rotunda and explain how it fits.
Yes.
Thank God there's a Wikipedia page for that.
Oh,
he goes, no, I looked it up. It actually fits. All right, Walsh.
It does.
Wow.
All right, we're getting 2 songs here right now. Fiction Down 20, Down Like Hip Hop. Love these guys from the Baltimore area.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't even say that on the microphone.
Baltimore.
And then we got the Scandals with all-nighters after that one. 14A Sports on 15 Minutes Fame Radio. We'll be back with the CNN.
Boom.
Later.
Let's go!
Welcome back to the 14A Sports Radio Show.
I'm glad you had your mic on that time.
Yeah, I know. Hey, you know
first
what?
time all night.
Why not save the best for last going on?
All
right, so how we're going to close out the show tonight, we got a little game called Rapid Fire Rotunda.
And exactly what does rotunda mean in this context, please?
Basically, I'm going to ask you guys a shitload of trivia questions, and the winner of this is going to win. Now,
the winner is going to win.
And the winner's going to win.
Now, are there categories? Is there a theme? What are the questions about?
No, these questions are just going to go off the bat. They could range from real difficult to a layup.
Are they about backdoor teen mom?
They are not. They're all sports. All right?
Some consider that a sport.
So you guys should do well. For everybody out there in cyberspace who's wondering what a rotunda is, it is
no one knows.
Any building with a circular plan, sometimes covered by a dome. And that's what it is.
All right.
That's what it is. So basically, Basically, we've created our own circular dome going on here.
Have we now?
Yes. Oh. All right. So right now we got our 2 contestants. We've got Irish Vern and we've got Michael McCord. I have compiled a list of 32 trivia questions. We're gonna go with 1 minute on this. All right. I'm gonna be keeping score on all the ones that you get right. We don't have the championship belt in the building tonight, but if you want, we could use the newspaper as the stand-in championship belt.
Well, it's my newspaper. I'm going home with it either way.
Oh, he thinks he's gonna beat him down.
No, I mean I'm taking the
I
newspaper.
guess I gotta wear this and make it count, huh?
I don't know. Maybe you should take his newspaper down. All right. Who wants to go first here? Should we let
Spank,
the
you're the guest.
visitor?
You go first.
He's the
All right,
visitor.
yeah.
All right.
I'm a visitor.
All right. Give me 1 minute on the clock, and we start now. Who won the 1996 Stanley Cup? You could pass. You could pass if you want.
I'm gonna pass.
All right. What is the distance between bases on a Little League base path?
60 feet.
You got that one right. What sport used the term home run long before baseball?
Pass.
Pass. All right. What 1995 World Series teams were both picketed by the American Indian movement?
The Cleveland Indians and pass.
1.5. All right. How many gold medals did Michael Phelps win at the 2008 Olympics?
8.
That is correct. After retiring as a player, what team did Babe Ruth manage?
The Boston Braves.
That is. You get one on there. What is the maximum weight of a golf ball?
Pass.
We'll give you a ballpark on that one.
All right.
How many stitches are in a
Time.
baseball? Time.
Those questions are ridiculous.
2.5. Oh, we got round 2.
The Braves. was
Yeah.
The Braves was your other one.
Yeah. The Indians are Braves.
So
I couldn't believe it.
So Spanky.
was 96 the Colorado Avalanche?
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, we got a
You
caller.
said that question.
We got a caller. Let's
Wanna
talk
take-
to this caller.
I missed him.
Oh, come on.
Call. I was focused.
Let's
call back.
Let's call him back. No, we don't. We don't hear it anymore.
Who calls during Rotunda?
Well, we'll call back if you want. All right, let's finish.
All right. This one's from Mulhern. He's got to beat 2.5.
You don't get halves.
No, he got a half. That's how that went down. All right. And we will start the clock now. Who won the 1990 NBA Finals?
Lakers.
No.
Pistons.
Pistons, yes.
Damn.
You get 0 for that. Which athlete has been on the cover of Sports Illustrated the most?
Jordan.
Jordan, that's 1. What is the name of the Houston Astros ballpark?
Been so many. Pass.
Only 6 states have ever hosted a Super Bowl. What are 4 of them?
Florida, Arizona, California, Louisiana.
Right. No, you need one more. Oh,
4.
yeah, you're right. Arizona on there. You're right. That's 3. He's won. He's won. He's won. He is won.
I'm taking my newspaper.
He's taking the newspaper with him. That's right. Arizona was on there. I didn't even write the friggin'. I didn't even write it.
I won in 44 seconds. That's a record.
Nice.
Record
Very
time.
nice. Now, we got some nice questions on there. I don't know if we should save them for the weeks coming, but
I don't know.
You guys,
I should have got the 1991.
We'll have a couple layups on
What's
this one.
what's the Houston's? It was Enron.
Minute Maid Park.
It's still Minute Maid?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know it was Minute
Yeah.
Maid.
All right.
What's that's a good-
1.6 ounces.
Yeah, I was gonna get that one.
And how many stitches are on a baseball?
108. Everybody knows that.
Right. Give me one more. Give me one more good one.
This isn't the question. I'm just gonna say it because it's kind of funny. But which sport has the largest number of participants in the world?
Soccer.
Fishing.
That's not a sport.
Yes, it is.
No,
Fishing
it's
is
not.
A sport. Yes, it is.
It's a hobby.
It sure is.
It's not a sport. No. And if you're gonna
So
count
would
as
you
a
say
sport,
the same thing about golf?
Huh?
Fishing is on ESPN. It's a sport.
That's ridiculous.
That's true. Dodgeball's a sport too now.
ESPN 30 for 30. Is that a sport? Watching TV, is that a sport?
Now you're just getting ridiculous.
Your whole act is ridiculous.
This isn't a layup. This is a tough one. Name the 2 states that haven't had a school participate in the NCAA tournament.
Oh wow. States.
And they're
Alaska.
on complete. Yeah.
Hawaii.
No, they're on complete opposite ends.
Alaska and
Maine.
Yeah.
Maine.
Nice.
Bang!
All the gals chiming in too.
You got that. Did you say that?
There were a couple layups in there. I thought
Yeah.
the Super Bowl one was real interesting. You got that one down.
Yeah.
There are 4 cities in pro sports that share a nickname with another team. What are those?
Say the question again.
There are 4 cities and states in pro sports that share a nickname with another team. You know, like
Give me an example.
like the Giants, how they're New York and San Francisco.
Oh yeah. Cardinals.
Yep.
I actually had this question. Someone actually asked me this a while ago. I know. All right, Giants, Cardinals.
Well, then you should know it.
I should. I should, right?
You got to dig deep into the sports.
I know.
Cardinals. Oh, you said
I said Cardinals. Yeah.
That'll get you minus a half
Rangers.
on next week's.
Rangers.
Oh, nice.
Yep. Texas Rangers.
You got
New York.
this category.
Yes, and
Not yet. He got to get 4. He would have got 3/4 of a point.
That's
for
right.
This one.
I would have had 3 points.
If that's how it went.
I would have had 3/4 of a point. The other one has to be.
This is tough.
This is really tough. Oh my god.
All right, we give up. What is it?
The Jets, the Winnipeg, and the New York.
You know what? That was a tough one because Winnipeg came back.
Yes, yeah,
I would have
yeah.
never got that.
Yeah,
Hockey doesn't count.
It's a tough one. Yeah, so those are the questions that we had tonight. I'm not going to give them all away because we want to keep some for next week. So Mully's got the championship belt.
You ain't dethroning me.
Hopefully we get the belt in next week. But let's recap a little bit what's happened in the sports world tonight. The Miami Heat absolutely trampled your Chicago Bulls tonight,
Yeah, I saw that.
115 to 78.
I'm glad I was here.
But what did I tell you? What did I tell you? You don't want to watch this game.
You're right, you did. I
You
did not
don't
want to
watch this game. Those dudes were angry. They were real angry.
I will say I think Golden State Warriors win tonight. By the way,
I don't think so. I
I
think
think they do.
their hearts got ripped out.
I don't think
crushed.
I don't think so. They're up 3 right now. I mean, I know it's just the first quarter. But
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, your hearts are.
Yeah.
I'll tell you
your
what.
hearts ain't ripped. Then.
I'm also good looking at 28.
but look
get
how-
at me when I'm 56.
Look how Steph Curry responds after playing all those minutes. See
Yeah.
how his legs hold up.
Yeah, let's see how that
Yep.
goes.
Yeah, that's not good. We got the New York Rangers locally tonight. They're winning 4-3 right now.
How much time's left now?
About 6.5 minutes.
In what?
The third period.
Yeah.
4-3 game. A lot of high scoring games going on
they
here
need
at
that
MSG.
one, huh?
The
Yeah,
Rangers
they
actually
need
showing
that.
some
They can't go
offense.
down
That's
6-2.
weird.
Yeah, they need that. Let's take a look at who's doing the scoring for the Rangers tonight. I mean, you're right. The Rangers absolutely need this one. If not, you're going into Washington down 3-1, which is probably one of the best crowds in the league. Brad Richards gets the scoring started tonight. His first of the playoffs.
And Richards scored. You
Yeah.
kidding me?
Brutal, right?
Wow. The Rangers were.
They have a power play goal. I know everyone's complaining about that power play.
No, they were up. What were they up here?
Actually,
They're 2-1. Yeah.
they had a power play goal yesterday. I know that.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
so
I don't think
person-
they counted. I heard on the radio the guy was like skating back on. So technically,
No,
I don't think it was a power
yeah,
play
the
goal.
New York Rangers power play has been a huge problem all season long. It's you got Brad Richards.
You think it's Tortorella's fault?
No, not at all. Not at all. If anything,
That is his specialty.
all of the the
I'm-
success. I know this from being a Tampa Bay Lightning fan back when he was the coach. But I know that one of the things that he preaches is shot blocking. And nobody does that better in the league than the New York Rangers. They're a bunch of sick bastards that get in front of 100-mile-an-hour slap shots and take them.
Right.
And that's fine. And that's great. That's how you win. That's how you win, but you're not going to stay that healthy if you keep doing
It
that.
takes a
you
toll.
know?
Yes.
So the Rangers, they took a 4-2 lead here in the third. Washington came back with a goal of their own, made it 4-3. We're going to get at it. We're going to watch this game. We're going to watch this damn game.
Yes.
Let's watch the end of it.
Yeah, special thanks out there to everybody. Special thanks to Mike McCord for coming on tonight.
Bang, thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
Even though you
anytime, man, anytime.
Even though you lost by a half point in rapid fire rotunda.
With 60 seconds
wait.
left for him.
No,
so,
no.
he could have had more.
No, I only went through 16 seconds. I had 44 left.
Oh,
No,
that's
was that it?
embarrassing.
Yeah.
Get out of here, really?
Yeah.
I must
Come
have,
on.
I must have been asking him the questions quicker. I don't know.
Yeah, must have been.
Actually, you're in slow. You're in slow motion when you're asking.
I was trying to make it interesting.
Stop saying especially during rotunda.
I'll think about
Your
it.
nose are
I'll
off
think
the
about it.
table.
I'll think about it. And then look at Golden State.
I'm telling you, they're going to win this game.
All right. We'd like to thank everybody tonight. HD producing the best show in cyberspace right now.
My man.
A. Coles with the news, rocking it. The crowd, always lively as ever. Barisi, I don't want to say that. Did I get it right? I think I got it right. All right. We're getting out of here. Irish Verd, any words to take
Watch
us out
out
to
for
the
the
weekend?
cicadas.
Cicadas are coming? I don't know. I'm not that worried about it. I'm neither worried nor interested. Want to wish all the mothers out there
that's right.
Happy Mother's Day on Sunday.
I'm going shopping
enjoy
for
your
you on Friday, Sue.
Lucky Sue. Oh, yeah. So all the mothers out there, enjoy.
Indeed.
And, we'll see you next Wednesday.
See you next Wednesday. 14 Sports, 15 minutes of fame radio. Peace.
Later.
15 minutes of fame. Let's go.
You are now watching 14A Sports on